welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the brand new and rare Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Voyager Class Optimus Prime. And yes, this figure is actually worth it. I'm telling you that I'm so happy that I'm not selling this anymore. At first, I was going to sell it on OfferUp because it was rare. However, just seeing this figure, I knew I had to have this in the collection, and it looks great. As far as the Gamerverse goes, I will not be collecting every figure. I'll just collect a few and select figures like Optimus Prime. I won't be collecting Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, Megatron, Starscream, maybe Sideswipe, and I won't be collecting Barricade, but I'll just be collecting any figures that look interesting to my opinion. So without further ado, let's crack this guy out of the box and see what awaits us inside. Now, upon removing the figure out of the packaging is really nice. We get a nice Roar for Cybertron CG render of Optimus Prime on the front, 03, since he's the third figure of this subline. Right here, we get a nice side profile of Optimus Prime. I really do like the CGI. I really did like it. And the back, the product shots, oh my god, the product shots look really great, especially in robot form. He has the Matrix of Leadership. He transformed into a Cybertronian Shark mode. His iconic not movie scene this time, his iconic game scene is the Kion prison break. So I'm pretty sure probably Optimus Prime freed some Autobots or something. And then his little bio says Optimus Prime enacts a plan to to be captured by the Decepticons in an effort to save Zeta Prime. So I'm not sure. Someone enlightened me about the game. I never really played it, and I wanna learn more about this game, and I kind of want to play it too. And just tell me what happens in this game if you can, if you've played it, and if you remember. Right here on this side of the packaging, we get a black background, and we get a nice CG render of Optimus Prime. And instead of the Autobot logo or the 1986 logo per the other Transformers, we get a four-way what's it called, buttons that appear on many controllers like PS4, Xbox, and Nintendo. And right here on the top, we get that same little gamer icon, Transformers War for Cybertron, and the bottom of the box is the words. And this is actually my first War for Cybertron character, and I guarantee it won't be the last. And I'll probably pick up maybe one or two more, depending if I like how the character looks. So far, the line has looked lackluster, except for this Optimus Prime, and I'm very lucky I found him. As far as the backdrop is concerned, the backdrop is pretty well done. We can see we have a lot of details right here in the backdrop. I never played the game, so I'm not so sure what scene this is in the game, cutscene or anything. But just taking a look, it just looks really cool, and it gives that Cybertronian-esque vibe, and it looks really cool. You could display any figure you want, and I personally like to display him on the backdrop. And I will be having him like this in the collection, or put him with some miscellaneous figures, and it still looks pretty well. Now, this Optimus Prime figure, based on the War for Cybertron game, does resemble how the game character did look like, and I really do like this design. It's very unique, very original. Has a bit of G1 mixed with a little bit of Bayverse inside. That's what I really liked about the game designs. They were really original, and I really did like them. However, I never thought of picking them up until now, and I'm so glad I did. Now, just taking a look at the details right here, we have some nice silver plastic right here, some nice red plastic, some silver right here. On the torso area, some red painted, and some really nice sculpt work and details. You could still tell that this is a Cybertronian. Right here on the shin area, we have a lot of sculpt work as well as silver paint applications at the feet. Unfortunately, no paint, kind of a missed opportunity. I really wish they did, but however, it looks great. However, this is like the outside area of the truck mode, kind of hollowish. Maybe if they put like maybe extra sculpt, I would have liked it more. However, it's all right. I still like it. And in the box, he has like this backpack, but it's not that bad. Hence, the figure did have kind of the character had a kind of a backpack in the game. He has the Autobot logo slap bang on both of his shoulders and it looks great. The sculpt work on the head looks really nice. You can see we have a lot of nice paint applications right here. Even his eyes are painted in really light blue, and it looks really cool. And it looks like as if this figure is alive. So as far as this figure's details go, it is really bang on. Now, this figure does come with some accessories. being one Energon axe, which is divided in two pieces, and one blaster. Now, for starters, I'm gonna focus on the Energon axe. The Energon axe is really sculpted and has a lot of nice detail. We can see some hints of orange slash yellowish paint and some nice like little circles around resemble Cybertronian details, and it could even open up if we just put our nail inside. It opens up like this. So if you wanted for something unique, you could have a three-way axe, or you could just connect it right here. Have this large two wing axe, and it kind of looks like, I don't know. It reminds me of Batman. I'm not so sure why, but if you don't want to, you could just have it like this as a short axe. You could just insert it on the figure's hand like so, just like that. And then the figure already has his axe equipped. And if you want to make the axe appear larger, you can in fact just push this down and then push this in right here. And then so that the axe does look bigger. And this honestly does resemble how he did look like in the game for those who played. Unfortunately, I didn't play, but I've just seen CG renders and I've seen screenshots and a few gameplay here and there. And I've seen how he looks like. And this looks really, really cool. Now the gun integration is very cool as well. This integration actually involves this weapon. If we just take a close look at it, it looks really cool. We can see a lot of nice details on it. It looks really nice. The sculpt work is really nice. We can see a lot of no paint work, unfortunately. However, this sculpt is very unique because this figure actually has to have its arm literally torn off, and then for this to be inserted where the arm was, and then the arm will go on the back. And this integration, honestly, in my opinion, is pretty cool. It's very unique. I really do like it. It's like if the arm cannon did pop out of his arm and is part of his body, and it's just something a transformer should be. And I honestly think that this should like qualify as a Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime just for the all mode, but reality, this is so freaking cool. And now this figure does have one other gimmick aside from the accessories and the arm cannon thing. If you open up his chest, you could just simply put your nail right here or just put your fingers right here. Open this up, and voila, it reveals the nice matrix of leadership that Optimus Prime possesses. Now, the matrix of leadership, you could remove it as well, and it's a complete different sculpt that we got from Kingdom slash Earthrise slash 1986. And it looks really cool. The backside isn't painted, but the front side is. Hence, the front side needs to be displayed. And just take a look at all of that interior detail. Like, oh my god, just look at it. It's painted in nice gunmetal gray, and it looks really nice. It shines. It's honestly really cool. And this Optimus Prime literally has a touch, and he literally has the power to wield the matrix of leadership. Now, the articulation for this figure is very nice. I really do like the articulation. His head is on a bulge and could look very far up, could look down, could tilt side to side. It could do a full 360 if you wanted to. Has swivel at the arms. He has hinge on the arms, and he has hinge on the bicep. And honestly, this piece will fall off eventually. But I did notice that there is a difference between the two arms, as this arm is the only one that will deattach to form the gun, and this one will not. So it's an entire different sculpt on each arm, so they are different. They have a bicep, they have rotation at the elbow, have full 360 range of motion at the hand. He has 360, well, almost it. Well, yeah, he has 360 range of motion at the waist. He could kick up to this far, very far actually, and then he could kick back to that far. So yeah, that's as far as he could kick, and then he could bend around 90 degrees, and then for the foot area, we can see that he does have a pivot, and yes, they have done what I really asked for and what I really like, how the foot looks connected, unlike other figures where it just ends. I'm so glad that this figure actually has a connected foot, and it looks really great. As far as toe articulation, it doesn't have toe articulation, but it does have foot articulation. So this figure is fairly articulated and is one of the best articulated figures I've had in the collection for a while now. As far as size comparisons go, starting off, we're going with the Bayverse Optimus Prime, and honestly, this is actually really cool just seeing two different designs of Optimus Prime, still the same character, and we can see that the War for Cybertron did copy elements from G1, and it did copy elements from Bayverse, and this is why I really like it. It's so original. It reminds me of the Bumblebee film. Now, speaking of the Bumblebee film, here is the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, and Optimus Prime as well has some aspects similar to this one as far as the colors and the design goes. We can see there are some design traits that carry over from this one to that one. And you did notice I do have the jet wing on him. I will show you a little video later on how to install that on this figure, and it's pretty simple. Here we have the G1 Optimus Prime, soon to be replaced by Commander class later this year, and we can see that this is original and this is something entirely new from 2010. We can see how the designs look. We can see they both have the same overall color scheme design, and we can see the silver shins. He carries that on the blue legs, the chest, the Autobot insignia, whatever, and then the head. I do like that this War for Cybertron's head, as I've shown previously, it does look really cool, and we can see how these two look stacked with one another. They look really cool. For one final Optimus Prime comparison, I brought in the Kingdom/Legacy Core Class Optimus Prime. Here I brought in the Transformers Studio Series B127, RC, and Wheeljack. Ironhide. And here for a Cybertronian size comparison, I brought in the previously released figures that I showed a few seconds ago, and I do like how they do look like. I like how Optimus Prime does blend in with these figures, and it looks pretty cool, but nothing replaces the Optimus Prime that we got for the Bumblebee film. That design was wicked. Here I brought in the Last Night Studio Series World War II Bumblebee. It's finally his wave mate, the Studio Series 86 Ratchet. Now, what really pisses me off is that we see like 10 Ratchets and then only one Optimus Prime. I was lucky when I found it. I saw him along his wave mates, and I only saw 2 Ratchets and 1 Optimus Prime. But let's just be honest, Target's distribution is just crap. Walmart, it did better, but the only thing I really like about Target is that it has gift cards and I could discount the price or whatever. So yeah, unfortunately, this figure, Optimus Prime, is really rare compared next to this figure, Ratchet. Now, for transformation, it is kind of difficult, yet it's kind of simple, what I really like about this figure. So, right before transformation, you have to remove all the accessories, and I did want to reveal that this accessory, the axe, does split into 3 components, one being the bottom half, the top half, and then finally the axe itself. And it looks really well. You could incorporate this however you want, you could make this however big you want, or anything. And then the gun, it's just a gun, and honestly, low-key, if you want, just put the axe right there, and it could create this ginormous axe right here, and you could just put that to the side. For starters, now that you removed all the accessories, the first step you're going to have to do is lift his arms like this, so that he creates like a T-pose. So then you're going to turn your attention toward this region, and then unhinge these pieces. Then you're going to rotate these this way. Don't rotate them the other way or else they will break. And just to allow some clearance, go toward the back, unhinge this region, and then fold this right here. And turn this all the way like this. Now that we have this position, then we're going to turn our attention toward this chest region, put this back, and then we're going to fold this down right here. So we can already see how the front part of the vehicle is already forming. And then this, you're just going to squeeze it into those slots right there, and then we get it looking into this kind of position. Now, after that, now we have the figure like this with the feet facing this way. Now you're going to rotate the entire thing around like so. Now that we have it like this, and then you're going to rotate the feet all the way up like this. Then you're already going to connect them. So I wasn't expecting this step so early, but you're going to connect them. Then after that, you're going to put your attention toward this region. You're going to lift these shin pieces up, which is going to reveal the top part of the car. And put the feet in. Just leave it like this for now. You put your attention on this, unhinge these pieces to allow some clearance for the wheels at the bottom. You're going to click these on the top, click these at the top, like so. And then after that, you're going to then put the arms together like so. And then you got to make sure that what's it called? These tabs right here have to face right here. So you're going to rotate the forearm like this. And then you're going to bring this down. Like so, just bring this down. Or you have to rotate this. My fault. Yeah, you're gonna have to rotate this or something. Well, this is where the transformation gets complex. It's very confusing because the instructions look kind of weird, like how to rotate it. But I just simply just put it like this and have it like this. I will see how to do it right now in just a second. Okay, so I did realize that you're supposed to have the shoulder pads facing each other, and then it's gonna reveal a little tab in a slot right here for both arms. You are just simply going to connect the two halves together. Just connect them like that. Then there are 2 tabs on both arms that are going to connect to both legs. For some reason this did pop off. Going to connect that. Now that that is connected, you already have this already done. You're going to put your attention toward this side of the body. You're going to make the smokestacks go up. Then you're going to close this region right here. and you can close this right here. Make sure this is pushed down too as well. Just tab in a few things that aren't tabbed in right here, and then you'll see that this thing will pop off, but it's normal because that's how the mold is made for this thing to pop off. Just connect that, just tap a few things in, and here we have the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime fully transformed into that awesome Cybertronian looking truck mode. It looks really cool. It looks kind of like a SUV type of car mixed with a truck, and it's all alienized. It looks really, really cool. Now, just taking a look at the figure itself, just the details on it, we can see we have some nice paint for the silver rim. We have the same chest piece that we saw earlier. Then the wheels, actually, they look really nice. Look how they roll really nice too. And it does give me toy vibes just hearing it roll around. Watch. Just the sound of it rolling around sounds like a toy. Even though this is practically an action figure, and it still captures both toy and action figure in one. The top, not the best. I still see some hollowness. I'm not really a fan of this. However, I think there's an upgrade kit that fixes this and this panel, but I won't be picking that up for this figure because I honestly don't really need an upgrade kit. I'm gonna be displaying him in his robot form most of the time. Now, integration for the figure is quite simple. You're going to look at the figure's gun, and then you have two tabs right here on the bottom side. And they are going to go into these two slots right here. So just to demonstrate, you just pop that in right there, put it right there, and then here we have Optimus Prime with the gun. And then to incorporate the axe, simply use this piece right here, and then you are going to attach it right here at the top. Right there, it's just gonna slide in, and right there you have Optimus Prime's weapons. And then if you want, you could attach this to the axe just to complete the look. However, I do find it kind of goofy. It's just a big stick popping out of the car. I personally like to, honestly, you could do anything with this. Since this has a tab, you could attach it right here and it looks like a gun. And whereas for this one, you can't really attach it anywhere except for right here and right here. But you could also attach it on the back right here. And then right there, it doesn't look as goofy as before, but it still looks pretty cool. As far as the comparison goes for Optimus Prime, I brought in B127, and here we can see that B127 is very smaller than Optimus Prime, around half the length, and then this is basically what we were probably going to see in the War for Cybertron. I'm sorry, in the Bumblebee film, if Optimus Prime ever did transform, and it would be pretty cool. And this probably counts as a concept art Optimus Prime if once you think about it, but it's mainly War for Cybertron once you have him transformed up. For if you want to display him with all the other Autobots, he looks great. Which in 3, 2, 1, here we have the Autobots from the Bumblebee film. And in all honesty, this blends in and it looks like a proper Bumblebee film Optimus Prime alt mode. And I wouldn't mind if the Studio Series did a concept version of this later down the line, probably in 2026, because 2025 and 2024 are booked with certain characters. I'm not so sure what their plans are for 2026, but we'll probably see this in probably 2 years. So, wrapping up this review for the Transformers Studio Series 03 Gamer Edition Optimus Prime, a perfect execution at a video game character. Honestly, I was hesitant at first to pick this up, like I said before, and then I had a gift card on hand, and then I was like, let's pick it up. I'll sell it on OfferUp, make a little bit profit, but then in reality, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it because it looks pretty cool. So, I kept this figure, and I'm so glad I did, and it's really nice. The articulation for a chunky guy is pretty fair. It has a lot of articulation. The details on this figure look really great. I will not be collecting all the Gamerverse characters, which they're all like available at this moment. I won't be collecting them all. I'll just collect select few ones that look actually pretty cool. As far as details go, it looks really nice. Accessory wise, it was perfect. I do like the gimmicks it has to remove the arm and then attach the gun, and then it is even blast effect compatible. And the gimmick with the axe where you could orientate it and then make your own type of axe and then like switch the sides and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool. And the Matrix of Leadership was the main gimmick that was actually really cool. At first, when I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty cool!" And the details on it look really great. However, some downfalls of this figure is probably the transformation. It does feel kind of hollow at times, and then as well as it just needs a little bit more detail on the interior. But Hasbro has done a really great job at this figure, and I really hope they keep making figures like this in the future. Now, my next review will be probably a legacy video or maybe a Studio Series video, who knows. But I will keep you up to date, and this figure is actually more than meets the eye. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment. Until my next review, I'll see you then. Thank you for watching.